Hey guys, what's up? Ruddy here, bringing you a new strategy video. So this time we're going to be looking over TH7 DragLoon. So a few points to make, just one regarding Barb King level. If you don't have your Barb King for the funnel, you'll just use a dragon instead. Also, the level does make a bit of a difference, so when I get into funneling, I will talk about that a bit. So first off, your army composition, you want to have 10 dragons and plus your 4 loons in the CC. It is always preferable to have max loons in the CC as well as level 2 dragons in your army comp. If you only have level 1 dragons, that's fine. That's what I have, and I'm going to be taking on this base. So spell choice, you can either go for 3 lightning or 3 rage. You can go 2 rage, 1 heal, but most people prefer 3 rage. With your lightning spells, if you're going to use 3 lightning, you want to be choosing 1 air defense inside the base to use all 3 spells on, and I believe level 3 lightning spells and above will take out an air defense. At Town 7, I'm not exactly sure on that, but level 4 lightning spells for sure will take it out. If you're doing that method, you want to look at the base, pick a base like this, where the air defense are pretty far apart. You see that? You would drop your lightning spells on the higher level one, so you take that out, and then you just attack from the side closest to the lower level air defense and the one you have remaining. Also, if you have a base with the air defense, 1 in the core and 1 on the outside, then of course you want to take out the 1 in the core, the one that's harder to get to. If there's one surrounded by storages and one's pretty easy to get to, you go for the one surrounded by storages. That's how you use triple lightning spells. For rage, your preferable target will be one with both air defense close together and possibly in the core, such as the common Tootsie Roll base. I believe that's a Town 9, but there could be Town 8 variations. And use rage spells to super maximize your loons that you have in the CC, because that allows you to get them into the core with rage spells and go ahead and destroy both air defense really quickly. I'll go more into that further into the video. So yep, spell choice is either 3 lightning or 3 rage. So for the dragon section, we'll start with the funnel. So as you can see around this base here, if you look at the perimeter, there's a bunch of buildings. Buildings that aren't defenses or storages I call trash buildings. That's just because they just take up space and they can redirect your troops if you don't take them out carefully. So you need to pick which side of the base you're going to attack. If you've used 3 lightning spells, it will be the side with the air defense on it. If you're using rage, you can just pick any side, preferably closest to an air defense. That's what I'm going to be doing. The side I've picked to come from is this side here. So what I want to do is get my dragons into that air defense there as quickly as possible, so I can keep going through the base and come out on that other air defense. I am using 3 rage, it's just because I have them cooked up at the moment. I didn't want to get rid of them and use 3 lightning, which I should have for this base, but I'm just going against my logic and going ahead and using rage spells. So your goal is to get into that air defense as quickly as possible so it doesn't harm your dragons too much. The way you do this and avoid your dragons running around the outside there and the outside there is by breaking the trash ring. So the trash ring is just the ring of trash buildings that run around the base. If you send a dragon in here, for example, it will run around that way and will not penetrate into the base. So to avoid this, you want to send a dragon in to break the trash ring. So if you send a dragon in on the bottom side of this army camp here, it will run around this way, and that means that any more dragons that you send in here will go straight into the center of the base and not follow the trash ring around, because you don't want a couple of dragons on each side going around. Same goes on the top. You can use your Barb King in places where there's heavy air defense. It's actually more efficient and saves you using him for cleanup at the end. My Barb King's only level 1, but I'll show you what you would do if you had a good Barb King. I will use my Barb King for this, but I'm not sure how he will go. So you want to drop it on the north side of that collector, because you want your king going up around that way and not coming down there, because that's where your dragons are going to be. So my goal here is for him to break that collector, that one, and then possibly go and then do a bit of damage to a few other buildings. That air sweeper is in a terrible position, but it wouldn't really matter if it was faced inwards because dragons just wreck Town Hall 7s anyway. So, breaking the trash ring up there, you're getting rid of those two buildings. That means dragons won't go that way, they'll go in that way from that collector, which is exactly what you want. You can't see it, but there is a builder's hut up the top in that corner and at the south corner. But just the way I took this screenshot, you can't see those, but it doesn't matter. For the south corner, I will be dropping my dragon down on that builder's hut there. He'll run up here and take out a few buildings there and break the trash ring there. Barb King up top, possibly a dragon if he doesn't get the work done. And that means that we've eliminated these buildings here and those buildings up the top there, which means that our trash ring only extends this far. It also means that the dragons will go into the core, which is exactly what we want them to do. So I'll start my dragon deployment by dropping a dragon on that builder's hut, let him come in a bit, and then I will spread my dragons evenly along there and get them a nice spread. You don't want them all put together because when the CC comes out, the enemy clan castle troops, if they have wizards in the CC, you're going to have a lot of trouble dealing with that, as if your dragons are all bunched together, the splash damage will just wreck them pretty much straight away. So that's definitely something you don't want happening. So make sure you spread them out. It also allows you to make the most use of their DPS, that's their damage per second, as if you have them all on the same building, they're just going to be wasting damage on that, over damaging it. So you don't want that to happen. So make sure you spread them out nicely. With balloon deployment, if you're running 3 raids like I am, you're going to want to make sure that your dragons are tanking for your balloons. So make sure the air defense are hitting your dragons before you send in your balloons, because balloons have a lot less HP than dragons, but they do have more damage, I believe, and they target defenses. On this base in particular, I'm going to make sure that I get my dragons through this section here and then out here before I put in my balloons. You can put them in earlier, but just the way I'm doing it, I want to make sure that I get that second air defense down using them. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to put a rage spell down around about here. That'll allow my dragons to be raged through the CC kill and also through that air defense to get them down nice and quickly. I will then go ahead and probably put a rage here and then save my last rage for the back end. I'm going to put in my loons on this cannon here. My reason for doing that is because it gives them an almost direct path into the air defense. Some might stray there, some might stray there, but I'll get a lot onto that air defense. And my last rage spell will go down here. I'll make sure that I don't put my balloons in before that air defense is shooting my dragons, because you want it hitting on your dragons so your loons aren't targeted straight away, to make the most of those high level CC loons. So that's basically how the raid will go. I think I've explained my reasoning enough for that. Let me just think if I have anything else. Okay, so regarding builders huts, you want to make sure you drop something on them. You can leave one behind, but it depends where your dragons finish up. My way of dealing with it is putting a dragon down the bottom one, dragon on the side one, and possibly one up top. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go. I could put my Barb King up top and then put a dragon down here. I'll see you when I raid, but you want to make sure that there's no pesky corner builders huts, because that can lose you the raid on time. So I've covered spell placement, loon deployment, CC, funnel, builders hut, spell choice, and the army comp. I think that's all I need to cover in this video. I will see if I can continue this series. If you guys have some questions, leave them in the comments. But I'll wait for my dragons to train, and I will see you guys when I start the raid. Hey guys, I'm back again, and we are getting ready to go to war. I believe war just started. Yes, it did. So we'll just go ahead, double check everything. We'll go back over our plan. So 10 dragons, pretty standard. And we've got 4 loons in the CC. That's all we need. We do have spells, I believe. We have 3 rage cooked up. Yes, we do. Everything looks good. We'll go ahead. I'm on my girlfriend's account, so This is not my alt, it used to be, but I guess she's kind of taken over the account now. So we'll just go remember what we're going to do. We're going to drop a dragon down there on that builder's hut. We'll drop our Barb King there on the inside of that collector. Possibly a dragon there as well. Put a dragon up here. Then we'll just spread our dragons, rage everything into that air defense through the CC as well. Put another rage down. And then we'll just go ahead and drop our loons in and rage them up. Alright, so that's the plan. Shouldn't be too difficult really. Yeah, so I guess I'll stop procrastinating and we'll go ahead and get it done. I'll just make sure I'm on my 3G. I am indeed. Is Wi-Fi turned off? Yes, it is. And let's go ahead and get this attack on the road. Alright guys, so I'll put my dragon down there. We'll also go ahead, get it started up here. We'll drop our king in there. Let's see if he can take out a building on his own. He should be sweet. He might get a second one down also. Okay, so then we'll drop one drag there. We'll also go ahead and we'll start our main drags in a second. The king's down, but that's fine. Okay, so main drag's going down now. Get our rage spell ready. I shouldn't have selected that yet because I don't want to accidentally drop it. They don't have whiz in the CC, so that's okay. One rage down there. Our second rage coming in there. Okay, now we just wait on our loons. Hopefully we can get through this, guys. I'll get ready to drop my loons just once we get over through the town hall. Okay, so I can drop it now. I will put a rage spell down there. And we should be through this base pretty hard. Those loons are under rage. Nothing's really going to touch them now. So we've managed to take out this base. That builder's hut could be an issue, but I'm hoping it won't be. We have 1:30 left, so we have plenty of time to take out the remaining buildings and get the 3-star. So all that planning, all that hard work went to good use. We got our first 3-star. Hopefully my girlfriend can get the second 3-star of the war. I am making this video mainly for her. I do want to help out everyone though, but she did request this, so that's why I'm making it. I thought it would be a good idea to post it on my channel, just so everyone gets the benefit of it. I will probably be continuing this series because you do encounter a lot of different bases as a Town Hall 7. And it's always good to have a YouTube video showing how to 3-star that, or at least showing the basic principles of the attack. We will go ahead and watch that, and I'll explain again why I did what I did. Let's see if we get some praise. I don't know what Ball said. That's cool. I don't really care, to be honest. Wait, I am Balls. I don't know what Simo said or whatever. I did ask permission, and they said okay. So, dragon down the bottom. He's going to break the funnel there. Barb King up top, breaking the funnel. Also, I didn't need to send him my drag because he took out both those buildings. And that was good work. Dragon down the bottom did the same. And then just let that drag come in on there. Start working through those buildings before I put the rest of my drags down. And there we go. Alrighty, cool. So we got all those dragons down. I did put my first rage down here just to get the dragons through the CC as quickly as possible. It wasn't really a necessary rage, but 3 rage is a lot at Town Hall 7. And to be honest, you could do it with 2 rage probably. I mean, this base had almost max air defenses, and my level 1 dragons took it down pretty quickly. So dragon, whatever they're called, loons went in, just to take out mainly the air defense while I was hitting on the dragons, but I did manage to take down a few other buildings with them. So that was really good use of loons. Dragons just going to work now, like only a whiz tower and an archer tower left. That's not going to do anything to the amount of drags I had. I believe 6 dragons left up. So, not including the sacrifice one, we only lost 3 during that whole raid. So that is pretty good against a high Town Hall 7. So yeah, we'll just speed it up. Let's just clean up thank you guys for watching. I hope you learnt something from this video. Always good to help you guys out. Let me know down in the comments if it did help you out, and also if you have any questions about anything I did in this video, or you want me to do further stuff for Town Hall 7, because I do have access to this Town Hall 7 account. So I'll be doing more videos if you guys request it. Just let me know in the comments if you did like the video. Also, I'll probably post this on Reddit, so Redditors, just let me know, just comment on my post. That's about all. Subscribe if you liked it and you want to see more. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace.